In the city where the dreamer laid down and shed his blood, you have the unmitigated gall to beat your brother, chase him down and beat him some more, call for backup, and they take 20 minutes. And you watch him, and you are too busy talking among each other. No empathy, no concern. If you read the story of Joseph, when his brothers threw him in the pit, nobody came to help him, like nobody came to help Tyree. That he could march. If it wasn't for so-called militants, Dr. King would have never faced what he faced. That's why all of these people talking bad that you and I don't know, don't have no background on. Be careful of who jumps in movements, because they set serious folk up. As a youngster, I joined SCLC Operation Breadbasket. Punks.
This was a clip from Tyrese Nichols' homegoing service, and I thought the things that he was speaking as a black activist leader that been in this game for over almost 60. He made some very valuable points that a lot of our young women and men and people that's in older generations need to be reminded of. A lot of these jobs, a lot of these everything that we got, cars, being able to be on TV, being able to go to restaurants together. They fought for this. He a true walking legend. He was one, he got stabbed. He got framed for being a snitch. He got tax evasion stuff through on him. He lost the presidential election. He lost the mayor election. He lost the Senate election. He never stopped. And this is a prime example of what our young black and Afro-American people are missing.
I had been a boy preacher in the Church of God in Christ, and my mother was concerned when I was 12 that I was getting too involved in looking at activism and Adam Clayton Powell and others. The story of how Dr. King had came to Memphis to fight for garbage workers, city employees that had no safety. Had been killed with a malfunction. And here we are, Ashley, 55 years later. The balcony where Martin Luther King shed his blood for city workers, for black city workers. Work in the police department, work in sanitation. And the reason why Mr. and Mrs. Wells, what happened to Tyree is so personal to me is that 5 black men that wouldn't have had a job in the police department never be thought of to be in an elite squad. In the city that Dr. King lost his life, Not far away from that balcony, you beat a brother to death. There's nothing more insulting and offensive to those of us that fight to open doors, that you walk through those doors and act like the folks we had to fight for to get you through them doors. You didn't get on the police department by yourself. The police chief didn't get there by herself. People had to march and go to jail, and some lost their lives to open the doors for you. And how dare you? Act like that sacrifice was enough for nothing. You ain't in no New England state, you in Tennessee, where we had to fight for you. And you take that position and do what we saw, and then some of y'all got all this mess on social media. Let me tell you something. I don't know what you writing on social media. I know what I saw on the tape. And the tape speaks for itself. So it was my growing up in the King movement in the North after his death.